everybody. How is it going? Hey, Mimi, how's it going?
I'm doing good, thank you. And you?
I, I'm doing good. It's been a week. Let me just say, it's been a week, but it's all good. I think I got it. I think I got most of my crap together now. We had, we were talking just before we came on the air, and I was telling you, like, first of all, my cat passed away. We think that she had probably had cancer or something like that. She just started acting weird, and then she was also 17 years old, so she was also quite
Oh,
old. Yeah. And then at the same time that she's sick and you're trying to take care of her, my piping in my kitchen decided that it was going to kablooey everywhere. And so you're kind of wading around in this water that's all over your freaking floor because the sink is draining everywhere, all over my floor. And your cat is like passing away, and you're like,
oh my gosh. Yeah.
what to do, you know? So, I mean, thankfully, I was able to, spend time with her and hold her and everything like that. And we're going to pick up her ashes tomorrow. And it's just made my other cat way more wanting attention every
Right.
second of the day. So everywhere room I go, you're like, oh, I hear a cat crying. Yeah, yeah, he's probably gonna sit outside my door. So if you guys hear him, that's my cat. He's not in danger. He's not in harm. He's just crying because he wants complete love and attention. So anyway,
Was
how are
he
you?
was he close with the other cat?
Well, they were brother and sister.
Oh yeah.
So,
So they were used to
they were close. Like we actually, it was pretty cute because one day my daughter came home with her boyfriend at the time, and they had this box. So this was quite a few, and Dre was just a little baby at the time, my son. And they walked in with this box, and I'm like, oh, what do you guys got? And they're like, kittens. I'm like, really? Yeah, but we'll take care of them. Well,
Uh-huh.
yeah, okay. And they did, until they moved out and stuff like that, right? But yeah, so they were brother and sister, and really good cats, really good cats. Don't They didn't look anything alike. The one was the one that had passed away. Her name is Raptor. She was actually pure black, and the other one is like complete tabby, like a brown, tabby looking guy, and he's hefty. He's like, oof, boom boom, like he walks like boom boom. He's not fat. He's just like muscular. He's like one
Yeah.
of those cartoon cats that you would see that are ripped, and they're
Yeah.
like, you know. and and she was this little tiny skinny thing. It was pretty cute actually. But yeah, so it's been a week, and then that's about it. How are you doing? How's everything?
I'm doing good. My mom actually brought up the whole what are we doing for Christmas? So I'm like, like I feel like I just got done with Thanksgiving and now I already have to start prepping and
Mm.
figuring out what we're gonna be doing and making on Christmas Eve. So I have to start planning again.
Exactly, exactly. I just want to say welcome to everybody. If you are watching and you're new, thank you so much for watching. Um, we truly appreciate it. Remember, if you do want a reading, all of the instructions are going across the screen. Wait a minute. Yeah, they're going across. I wanted to make sure I
Yeah.
had the right banner. So I have about several banners on here for different shows and stuff. But um, all of the instructions are going across the screen. It is a $10 donation. You can donate it to C. Rogers 5555. Make sure there's 4 5s at gmail.com. You can do that through PayPal, or if you're in Canada, e-transfer. Um, if you would like a personal reading, you can contact Nami at Mimi's Holistics on TikTok. And she also does several live shows a week where you can get a quick reading from her. If you would like a reading with me, you can contact me at oracleintuitions.com. And these are for private readings, besides what we do on the show. You can also contact me under my name, Catherine, on the Purple Ocean app. I'm on there fairly often, at least once a day at some point in time. Um, what else was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Also, too, make sure that you guys subscribe to the I Want to Believe channel. So this is another show that I do. This is every Sunday night at 6 o'clock Mountain Time, 8 o'clock Eastern. And this is a really fun show. We have all kinds of different guests, paranormal investigators. We have cryptozoologists, UFOologists. I'm not exactly sure what exactly you call. We have witnesses, people that have experienced the paranormal. We have authors. We have TV, guests, or I guess personalities that have been on some very popular paranormal shows. Tomorrow we have an author on. I'll just give you a really quick rundown of who she is. She sounds pretty amazing. I'm looking forward to meeting her. She's an author of paranormal suspense, memoirs, and anthologies. She specializes in hauntings brought by catastrophic events such as World War II, acts of human violence, odd and strange entities that appear in remote, isolated, or abandoned places. And her name is Anna Maria Manello. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to having her on the show. This should be really interesting. But make sure, again, you subscribe to the I Want to Believe channel. The show itself on the I Want to Believe channel, because we do have several shows that do run on that channel. Her show is, or our show, not her show. Our show is called It's Not an Orb, It's Dust. So make sure you tune in, and you'll probably have a really good time. We always have so much fun on that show. Yeah, so I think that was my banter for the day. trying to run everything through my head. It was funny though, one of the things that we, and we've talked about this several times, and it usually comes up at least once a show, stuff like that. But I had a really good reminder of it today. And, we always talk about people, like manifestation, but also, not settling, especially within relationships. And so many people, I find, especially nowadays, so many people are just settling. They're settling for things that aren't making them happy. And I there is a lot of, especially, due to being locked down for a couple years, I feel like a lot of people are just sort of, they're reaching out for human contact, even if that human contact isn't what they're seeking or wanting or desiring really in life. My little reminder today is something completely unrelated, but it was sort of funny, is I had to buy hairspray, and I actually am able to get hairspray from like the major suppliers, right? Because I used to be an esthetician, so I can walk in and buy professional hairspray, at cost. But I didn't have time for that. And I just picked up some cheap shit. And I was like, this is a really good example of not settling, because even though you're desperate and you need it and you want it right now, and, you have to, maybe you feel like you have to settle out of desperation, never settle, because it's never what you expect it's going to be, and I mean, it's such a sad example to compare hairspray to a relationship. But you know what? The thing is that we do that all the time. We do that all the time. We settle for shit that isn't, supposed to be for us, or maybe that it's, not what we're truly wanting. And it doesn't mean materially, like a lot of people will say, oh, you only want somebody who's rich, or you only want somebody who makes this much, or you only want somebody who, no, it has nothing to do with that. We have to remember that settling includes morals, values, how you get along with somebody, how, if there's like if you're attracted. I've been watching, there's a couple of people on my Facebook, and I think that I can't really tell if they're like desperate for relationships, or they're just getting a general survey of shit. But they're like, would you date somebody you wouldn't find attractive? Well, who would do that? Why would you do that?
Right.
You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that they have to be a Greek god or a Greek goddess or anything like that. But, if you're looking at them and you're like,
Yeah.
It's not your thing. I don't care how nice somebody is. It's the thing is, but by letting that person go and letting them, not by letting them go and not engaging in a romantic relationship, if that's what you're not interested in. Are we stalled? I can't tell. No.
It froze for a couple of seconds, but it's back.
Okay. But by not engaging in that, what you're doing is you're not only opening the energy for yourself, but you're allowing that person to find who is truly attracted to them. And a lot of times too, I mean, even if the person is a Greek goddess, like, or god, maybe you're just not attracted to that type. You know what I mean? It's like, it's all a personal thing, and there's so much push nowadays that you have to be attracted to everything. You have to be, if you don't like one particular thing, it's a phobia. Well, screw off. No, I'm sorry, but it's not a phobia. It's not a, or they call it, they'll come up with something phobe. And it's like, no, this is personal choice. This is personal um preference. This is, what makes you feel good as a person. And you can't let society dictate. If you're not attracted to somebody of the same sex, that doesn't make you phobic. It makes you not attracted to somebody of the same sex.
Right.
If you're not attracted to somebody of the other sex, that doesn't mean you're phobic. It means that you're just not attracted to somebody of the opposite sex. Personal freaking preference. That's all that is. If you like thin, bigger, smaller, taller, black hair, blue hair, brown hair, green eyes, cat eyes, who gives a shit? This is your personal preference. And we really have to stop letting people dictate or try to shame us into liking things that we're not liking. And this is what we always talk about on the show, is trusting your core self. Try listening to who you are as a person, and stop letting society or and no, it's not about TikTok, it's about TikTokers, or Twitter or Facebook. Try to dictate what your personal preference should be. This is your personal preference, and that's why it's called a personal preference. So I just wanted to throw that out there, because I've been seeing an awful lot of it. And in fact, I actually saw, on one thing, one social media thing, that somebody had said they didn't want to date somebody who was transgender. Who cares? That's a personal preference.
Personal preference, right?
There's a lot, and then people went after this person, like really harassed this person, and I felt so bad for them. You know what? There's lots of people that do want to date somebody who's transgender. There's lots of people that don't. Who cares? Does that, you know what I mean? But this is what this cancel culture and society is trying to dictate us. And a lot of people are not stopping and just going, what do I want? What do I want? What, like, in the core of me, where are my values? Where are my morals? What is it that I truly believe in? And we have to truly start looking inside of ourselves, because by letting the government, by letting influencers, by letting,
Social media and the
social
news.
media gurus, whoever, you know what I mean, that's their voice. That's not your voice. And if you don't start using your voice is going to get lost. And you're going to stop and go, who the hell am I? And you don't want to reach that who the hell am I when you're 80 years old. You want to reach that who in the hell am I? And I know who I am, and I know what my values are, when you're at a place that, it's making a difference, not only for you, but also for society in some way. But again, it's because of your voice, not somebody else's voice. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there, because that was my moral lecture for the week. So we do have a couple of readings to do. Remember, guys, if you are watching the show and you would like to get a reading, please contact us at please, you just place a donation to crogers5555@gmail.com. And again, all of the information is going across the screen, so we can get into it. It might be a short show. We normally don't do Saturdays. Well, I did do a Saturday a couple of weeks ago, but this week was just too busy for me to do it. So we will be back next Wednesday. Did I say Wednesday? I don't know what the hell I'm saying.
Yes, next Wednesday.
We will be back next Wednesday for sure. Miguel is actually up first. So Miguel is here for a general reading. And if his guides have anything to tell him. Did you have anything to add to what I had said, Amy? I meant to ask you. Sorry.
No, you worded everything correctly. Never be influenced by what you see or what's going on in the world. Just be you. Don't be a follower. Be a leader.
Yeah.
You know. All right. What messages are we getting? One more. Okay, so I know he wanted a general reading, but I know he's also been worried about finances. So first, the card that came out is improving health. So that means, what I'm feeling is that this whatever stress and pressure you've been putting on yourself, you've been actually kind of working on it, and you've been actually getting better at it. And instead of taking something negative and focus on the negative, you've been turning it into a positive and having hope. So that is a good thing. So, the stress that you've been going through, you've been learning how to work on it a lot better. I'm also getting big happy changes. I believe we got this prior. I know you've been stressed and worried about things lately, but I do keep seeing things are going to be better. You're going to get past that situation, and good things are going to come forth as well. The last card that I'm getting for you is recovery. So that's like another confirmation that the situation that you're in, you're going to recover from. So remember, the storm doesn't last forever. And, we always have to keep positive, visualize, good outcomes to come forth for you versus being stuck on, this is not going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to do. Freaking out. No, just stay on that positive track that you're on, because I actually kind of seen it in him today, where, receiving somewhat of a bad news, but turning it into a positive and saying, you know what, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. So stay on that path. And that's what I'm getting from Miguel at this time.
Awesome. Miguel, I have a couple of questions for you. So I know that there's a little bit of a delay, but I need to ask you, have you been having some circulation problems? Like it feels like this could be, maybe you feel, and if you're not, that's fine. I do feel like what I was getting actually was like a little bit of tingling in your hands, a little bit of feet. Like it just feels, could be a little bit of like coolness or circulation issues. And again, I don't normally don't do health, but this is what I was hearing for some reason. And I'm not sure if this is what you've been experiencing. One of the reasons I'm actually asking this is it does feel like there may be, again, some stress, that's coming through. And sometimes stress can have a delayed effect in some way. Hands, okay. Yeah, so your hands have been a little bit like numbing, like cold or, numbing or something like that. Okay. I'm not getting that there's anything, wrong. So, because when you answer that, what I'm able to do is just sort of take a quick, around the circulatory system. I'm not feeling anything, that you need to worry about or anything like that. If you really feel like it, you can probably go get that checked from a doctor, because I'm not a doctor and I don't pretend to be going on TV. It was just something that had come through, because I did feel like it was just, I just heard circulation, and I wanted to ask you about that. First word, actually, so this word actually had come in when I was getting ready to do the show, and I had seen your donation come through, and the first word I actually had was prosperous. So I don't know if there's been a change within the financial situation, but when I'm hearing this, basically what it's telling me is that there's more prosperity that's coming through. I do feel that you need to really work on that releasing of the stress. And remember that sometimes stress can have a delayed effect. It may not be due to, immediate things. It's kind of like when we're super stressed, we might be stressed. And then as soon as the stress goes away, we get really freaking sick with like a cold or a flu or something like that. And it's kind of like our body is holding everything together to get us through something. And then as soon as, we're starting to feel better, it's kind of like this release of the system where, okay, now you can be sick. Now you have the time to be sick or whatever, it is that's coming up. But that was the first word, prosper. What does he mean? He says, I am right now. He's sick right now.
He's actually been feeling, and last time he was stressed, and I think we talked to you about it. Last time he was stressed out about work, he just started like feeling weak and then having like some sort of cold, but he didn't really have a cold, and he was just, having coughing or all of a sudden feeling congestion, and he has been having the numbing of the hands. I feel, because he's not sleeping well because of all that stress. So
Okay. That's interesting. Well, I do feel like that was affecting your circulatory system, or it could be possibly affecting the circulatory system. Okay. And again, I don't feel a health issue. You know what I mean? It just, but again, you might want to check that out. But I did feel that, it could be playing a part in this. But again, the word, prosperous kept coming through for me, and it feels like things are about to change. And I know it's hard because it's kind of like, well, I need that change right now. you know, but it just felt very, I'm just trying to listen to see if there's any, like, advice to tell you or something like that. But it just, I'm still kind of feeling like this might not happen. I mean, I feel like it's going to start changing, but it feels more, I keep hearing like December 15th, around that time period, where things boom, like something happens, like boom. I'm not exactly sure what that is. It might be just, the fact that you might have to hustle a little bit between now and then for some reason. I don't know if you're getting a lot of work, through what you're doing and stuff, but that's exactly what I just keep feeling, prosperous. I feel like what Nami had said was really good in regards to staying positive. And I feel like, again, especially with you, Miguel, because of the fact that you can really manifest, but you tend to take the negative and manifest it as opposed to the positive at times. So you really got to try staying in that higher vibration. Try not to look at it as, things are going to shit. Try to look at it as like, even if it's a matter of repeating the blessings, repeating the blessings that you have. And it really does work as a distraction. I don't know if you have anything to add to that.
no, actually, something that you just brought up, I did in a reading that I did for him yesterday. Was something is gonna come up, like a lump sum of money
That's
is
what I
gonna
kept
come.
feeling too. It was like this prosperous all of a sudden, and I mean, I wish I could be specific and say, where it was coming through, but
Yeah.
I honestly, I'm a little, I don't know at this point, but I do feel that it is, like I said, it could be around the 15th. Could be around the 15th is what I keep, hearing, right? So I hope that helped. I'm just taking a look here as to everything. I'm just making sure that I have everybody's. Chantel, I didn't receive your donation yet. I'm not sure if you went through PayPal. it's not, it might just take a couple of minutes to show through, but it didn't come through quite yet. I just want to say hi to everybody, and okay. Just sorry, 1 second. Next is going to be Jessica. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up. That's really weird. It might just take a couple of minutes. So, oh, there it is. Thank you, Chantel. Sometimes Chantel works really, really fast. Sometimes it's super, super slow. But Jessica's next. Sorry, who did I say?
Jessica, yeah.
Yeah, Jessica is next. And
she's
Jessica,
wondering about,
yeah, go ahead.
She's wondering about communication between her and Cameron, wanting to know how Cameron sees and feels about the relationship or any next actions towards Jessica. Okay, so I just want to ask some questions first before I tell you the messages that I received. And you're gonna hate me, but I always get the same messages for you, Jessica. Okay, and they're positive ones. So, okay, so I'm not getting that Cameron is ignoring you on purpose. I do get, he can do better in communication, but I feel like the more you stay patient and allow him to reach out to you versus you being on top of him all the time, I feel like that's a way for him to practice better communication. Give me a second here. I do get you should wait for Cameron. I do get that you should allow him to communicate first. And it is going to help him better communicate, like I said. So, it's not something that he's doing on purpose. It's just himself. I guess he's not so great at communicating. And it kind of feels like this is something new for him in this relationship with you. Like, he's very invested in you, but the whole communication thing is something very new for him. And I just feel like if you give that space for him to reach out to you first, that it will help him better communicate, because that way he's not always solely expecting on you to be reaching out to him all the time. And then also, you don't want to feel like you're being a pest and being on his ass all the time. Not saying that you're being like, there, but so that it doesn't feel like that. So it doesn't feel like you're chasing him. You see what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that the balance, that you guys are in an equal relationship where, you're reaching out to him the same amount of time he's reaching out to you. But like I said, for him to better communicate, leave that space. I know sometimes you can be like, I miss him so much, or you're wondering maybe he's doing something else, because I know there's a distance there, right? So you're wondering and thinking about all kinds of things. I never get negative energy when it comes to Cameron. I really feel like he's very loyal and he's very invested in you. But yes, he can definitely work on that communication. And if you allow him that space to do so, even though it's been 10 days and I know it's irking you, just wait. Just wait till he reaches out. And when he does, don't be like, well, what took you so long? Like, just be like, hey, I missed you. How are you? How's work? So that he also feels that you miss him, that you long for his, for his call or his messages, and that he's still someone that's important to you, and that you're not going to be like, nagging on him or anything like that. And that he sees that it makes a big deal for you when he communicates first versus you reaching out to him. So in my messages from my deck, I do get the remain positive card. So, like I said, I never get negative energy when it comes between the two of you. And um and I feel it's just a very good energy between the two of you. And aside from remaining positive, that means no doubting and no thinking those negative thoughts, because I really never get in all the readings that I've done for you till this day, I really never get that he's fooling around or playing around or purposely ignoring you. I never get any of that. So just stay positive. And then I'm also getting the success card. So I just feel like success is something that you're already in. It's not coming for you. You're already going through the success. And this is success with your career as well as your relationship. So just stay on that positive mindset and allow that time for Cameron to reach out to you first. And that's what I'm getting for Jessica at this time.
I think they did change something on StreamYard, because that's big ass comment. If you look on the screen, you can see how big that comment is.
Oh yeah. That's different.
Jenny, I actually meant you actually are the Jennifer, so you are next. But I don't know why that comment. Jessica says "grr." I just want to welcome everybody. If you are watching off of Facebook, if you're watching off of the I Want to Believe channel, please make sure that you jump over to the Oracle Intuitions channel. You can subscribe if you do want to comment, or if you would like to get a donation, or if you would like to get a reading. All of the information is going across the screen. Thank you so much for watching us, guys. We truly appreciate it. Kay, I was actually just clarifying because I wasn't sure what you had said when you were asking for the reading. It just sounded like you had said that you were together, so I was just clarifying that. Yeah, so Jessica, the first thing I'm actually hearing, and I heard this as soon as I saw your question earlier, the first thing that I felt coming through is it's really important to pay attention to work at this time, not pay attention to camera, not pay attention to, anything that, I know it's hard, because I feel like sometimes we get lost in this place of, this is going great, this is going great, this is going great. Okay, this dude is shit. Like, what the hell is going on here? You know what I mean? And it can really wear us down, and it can really distract us from what we're doing or what it is. It's kind of like we want that positivity coming from all sides. And what I'm getting with Cameron is, I do feel I agree 100% with what Namie said. Like, I feel like everything's fine. I do feel he will contact. I do feel he'll come through. But the main thing that I've been feeling is like this business, like your work. Look at this, literally for you and Cameron. I just plucked that off the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Two of Cups, beautiful energy. So I feel like what Spirit is saying here is try not to place focus on him at this particular time. I know that how hard that is, but at the same time, it's not going to change anything within the energy, because his energy is still there. It's still towards you. Why he's doing what he's doing, it just feels like he is really distracted. He's got a lot of things that are going on at this particular time too. And I kind of feel like it's almost like he's getting stuff together, getting ready, or I'm not exactly sure how to explain that, but it's kind of like, I feel like he also doesn't want to distract you for some reason. From your trip and from business and all of this stuff. I just feel like, let this be for right now, if at all possible. I don't feel a change in the energy of his feelings towards you. I'm not getting that there's really anything wrong. It just feels like he's more distracted, or he's got a lot of things going on. I do feel, though, when you ask him questions like that, is our communication going to improve and stuff like that, he knows that this is a long conversation. And it's not like he can just answer, yes, it's going to improve, because it's going to be, well, when is it going to improve? How are we going to improve? It's going to turn into a thing. And I feel like he doesn't want the thing. He doesn't want to get into the big, long, whatever. Tanya, I'm going to delete you and block you. Thank you. Goodbye. All right, cool. But yeah, I just feel like right now, just let it be. Just let it be. I feel like when you're taking that step back, it's going to allow him to come forward. It's going to allow him to present himself. She says, I felt that. Yeah. Because what we're doing, that's the hard part. Like, if there's nothing to fix, why are we trying to fix it? Even though the communication, yes, could be better, the thing is that everybody's version of communication is going to vary. Everybody's version of romance is going to vary. I mean, to some people, romance, I mean, hey, somebody goes out there and wipes my car off, that's freaking romantic, like, because I don't have to do it. Other people want diamonds and boats and yachts and whatever. Sometimes it's the little things. Sometimes communication is, to that person, yes, no, maybe so. Right. But when they're with you, or, you're doing a live communication, or, you have, you're doing a FaceTime or something like that, that communication is going to change. Right. But I do feel that I don't think there's anything to worry about with Cameron. Just let it be for right now, and let him make that move forward towards you. So I hope that helped. And again, just from me picking up the cards from the deck and pulling out that Two of Cups, I think that's saying something pretty darn strong there. So I hope that helped. I hope that helped. I just want to make sure I have everybody on here. Next, we're going to be doing Jenny. Then we have Kay. Then we have Chantel and Heather. I do not think that I've missed anyone. But if you have donated, just put your name down below, and I can add you to the list. Sometimes I might miss somebody, and I don't want to miss anyone. Please make sure that you have already donated. We're going to do Jennifer, but I don't know if you want to take a quick break, or if you're okay if I just run to the bathroom for a minute. Which do you prefer?
I'm okay. I mean, if you want to, I can start with Jenny. It's Jenny, right? That's next.
Yeah, Jenny Gonzalez. Yeah. Okay, perfect. I will be back in just a second then.
Okay. All right. So you're wanting a love reading. You want to know if we get anything from Christopher, where his mind is at right now. Things feel different. Okay. Okay, so give me just a second here. I'm going to ask some questions first. Okay, so I do feel Christopher has or wants that romantic relationship with you, but it also feels like he's also holding back a little bit as well. I do get that you guys are going to come to some sort of peaceful resolution within the two of you. Like, you guys are going to come to some sort of relationship where it works for you and it works for him, because I know there's a distance situation as well. But I just feel like during this time, now that he has returned, that reconciliation took place, you guys are going to, like I said, have some sort of relationship to an extent that it works for the both of you. Okay. I also get recovery. So that's another confirmation, like peaceful resolution, recovery. That's another confirmation that it's going to work out between the two of you, even if it's for a short period of time. Yeah, because I'm not picking up long term, but I do, even for the short period of time, like I always tell my clients, everyone is meant to be in your life for a certain amount of time, whether it's a short period of time, a long period of time, or forever. And long period of time could be 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. You know what I mean? But I do get that for the two of you, and whatever reason that he's, you know, around you right now, that he's serving a purpose for you right now. Okay. And then I'm also getting improving health. So I don't know if you've been stressing a lot lately or worrying about things other than this relationship that's going on. But I do get that whatever you've been going through, you've actually been that it's actually been improving. Like, it's been helping, whatever it is that's been helping your stress levels. It's good, and it's improving, and you should continue on. You know, don't ever feel like you have to be in a relationship or depend on somebody, whether it's friendship, relationship, whatever, for you to be able to feel better about yourself, you know, or about things that you want to do in life or in the future, whatever ideas and plans that you have. Because you can do that yourself. You can make yourself happy, you know, and you can move forward with or without someone. So at this current moment, I'm just getting, you know, whatever it is that you're doing or whatever that is helping you right now with your stress levels, continue to do so. You know, if Christopher is that one person that is helping you with these stress levels and he ends up disappearing again, don't let that bring you back down. Okay. So that is, well, let me see, because I feel like I want to shuffle from my love deck for you really quick before I pass it on to Kathy. Jenny, did you have any other like specific question or a yes or no question while I do this? Okay, so I'm getting heart-to-heart conversation. So it's funny because I was just telling you, you guys are going to come to some sort of agreement to having some sort of relationship to an extent where it works for you and it works for him. So being honest and discussing each other's wants and desires and expectations is something that's super important. So that the next time there is a non-communication that takes place, it doesn't fully hurt you or make you feel like you're not important type of situation. And then you fall back into the whole, oh, you know, oh, he's not talking to me again. Like, what is up with him and this and this and that. Again, not depending. You're still you. You're still going to move forward and you stay continuing being happy and staying on your path and focusing on the future. But yeah, that heart-to-heart conversation is going to take place or needs to take place. So that is what I'm getting for Jenny at this time.
Jenny, one of the ways that you can tell if he's a karmic connection is if you're learning a lot of lessons from him. But it's also about personal growth, and that's really what karmic relationships are about, right? They might not be there for the full time. It doesn't mean that they're not going to be. It's just that basically a karmic relationship usually comes in when we have something that we need to learn, that we need to grow, we need to expand ourselves in some way. So with Cameron, I don't know if there's been more communication lately or not, because it does, I am getting, what's that?
His name is Christopher.
Oh, Christopher. I'm sorry. I was using somebody else's name. Yeah. Sorry. I don't know if there's been more communication from him lately. But it is showing like more, it's like a clarity, a clear communication in some way, or maybe there's more communication coming through. I don't know if that was part of what she had said. I wasn't listening to what you had said.
Yeah. The last time that we did a reading for her, we did tell her that they were going to reconcile, and they did. But now she's wondering what where is his mind at right now? Like that things feel different between him and her. Basically anything you're picking up from his energy at this time in regards to, them two, or relationship wise, romantic wise.
Okay. So interesting enough, I'm actually getting like the King of Swords and the Emperor with his energy. But I'm also getting the Star and the energy that comes in right now. I don't know if there's more of a strategic type of behavior with him lately. Like it might feel like more pointed questions, or maybe there's, it might even be like he's paying more attention. I'm not exactly sure what, again, is going on. But the words that I kept hearing coming through were enjoy the moment. Like really pay attention to the moment, enjoy the moment right now. I feel like more things are going to be revealed with him in regards to, again, where you're feeling. And I think that we'd also told you too, I feel like you're going to be in charge of this relationship, and that might be where that Emperor and the King of Swords is coming through. Hey Will, how's it going? Because this is about you taking charge of where it is that you want things to go, or what it is that you want out of this relationship. I feel with him, I'm really getting a weird passive energy with him. I don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever, but it does feel like almost a weird passive energy. It's like, where he might be communicating or coming through more, but it almost feels like he might be letting you lead as well. I'm not sure if that makes any sense. I don't. Can you verify any of that?
It's funny because I got something like that, like he's holding out, or something like um
I really get this
yeah, I
energy
do
of like,
get passive. Yeah.
yeah, it's like he's kind of sitting back and letting you, you know what I mean? Again,
Take
it
the
doesn't mean
wheel.
that he won't communicate or that he isn't communicating. I just feel like he's sort of, where does she want this to go? I'm kind of taking her lead on
Right.
all of this. And this is where I really feel that, coming back to, I keep feeling like you're in charge of this relationship, whether you feel like you are or not. A lot of times we put so much energy on what are they feeling? What are they? What are they? What are they? We're like, what the fuck do you feel? Take charge, take charge, And I feel like he does want that. I kind of feel like he's sort of in this place of, what does she want from me? But not in the place of, not meaning, for you to dictate or ask him questions, in that way. It's more or less, if you feel like talking to him that day, by all means go ahead and talk to him. If you're not into this relationship, by all means let it go. It kind of feels like that sort of energy. I think my thumb is attached to my hair. And the star card is coming through. So this is, again, it really talks about faith, hope, um, creating, manifesting. There's things on the horizon. He has a passive attachment. Yeah, I really got that passive attachment from him. And it's kind of like, I feel like telling you, Jenny, enjoy this relationship as it is right now. And, there may be more coming down the line. Like, I can't say to you, that this is going to be somebody that you're going to be for. I still get this energy, though, that I don't know. I don't want to place words in your head or thoughts in your head. And I know that you're a lot stronger than that from just a word that I would say. But I'm also, I am getting this a little bit of energy here where you might just go, yeah, I don't know. I don't know because you're a strong woman, right? Here's the thing, Jenny. When you're a strong woman, we don't really want passive men. Plain and simple, right? Because, passive men are like, I mean, it doesn't mean that you want somebody aggressive. I want to clarify that. But passive is like, we don't want to make all the freaking decisions. We don't want to, like, you want a partner. You want somebody that is going to be an actual partner with you, not somebody who's going to be a bootlicker. right?
Kathy, you always come up with these funny phrases.
And but that's the thing, you know. And Jenny, you're a strong woman, you know, inside, and you've got so much to, you know. I think I just get this energy that if he doesn't step up and become less passive, you might just get bored of the shit and just go, okay, look at, honestly, you know, like, I
You
mean,
did tell
I'm
her
not,
that before.
how, what's that?
You did tell her that before, that once he came back, she was gonna be like, no big deal, and she did feel that.
Right, right. Yeah, because it does feel like, you know, to some degree, that type of energy, and it just feels like, I don't know. I just feel like, take your time with this, enjoy the moment, enjoy what it is right now.
Right.
Don't get too, you know, stuck in the, where is this going, or what's going to happen, or, you know, all of that kind of stuff, because I really feel like there's going to be more down the line. And you know, let him step up to the plate, is what I keep feeling. Let him step up to the plate, and let him show you. If he wants you, he's going to show you. I feel like he does want you. You know what I mean? But are you going to sit on your butt and just let, you know, not you, Jenny, him. That's what I'm saying. Is he just going to sit there and kind of see where this goes, or whatever? You know, because you do want a man that's going to step up and kind of go, hey, let's get this going. Let's do
Right.
something here. Right? Passive men are weak. Like, honestly, they are. They're weak men. And, you know, I know personally, I'm not into the weakness, you know, and usually a strong woman isn't. A strong woman wants that. But that's where we go back into the settling. And maybe that's something to ask yourself. Am I settling if I go into this relationship? Am I settling? And only you can really answer that, because that's not really a question that I can answer for you. That's something that's going to have to come, you know, from within you. And if you feel like you are settling, or if you would like him to step up, then, you know, there are ways that, you know, you can do that, right? And you can even be very direct with him, like, what do you want? What do you want from this? But I feel, because of his energy, you would be able to ask him that. I just don't know if I would do it that right now, because I keep hearing, enjoy the moment. Just enjoy the moment with him. He's a nice guy. He feels like he's a nice guy. I could be wrong. I don't know. But that's the energy that's coming through. And, you know, he might be just sort of fun for right now, or like a good person to be around right now. And maybe this can go further into the future. But, you know, again, I'm just kind of getting, enjoy the moment for right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that helped. We're going to go into Kay. And so Kay is asking,
I was a
how
little confused about what she was asking, because is S a new person?
I think, I'm not really sure. I think S is maybe that person that she was seeing kind of before, or was that T? I'm not sure.
Because
What
she
is S?
said not ST but S. So I thought maybe you would know.
I think S was the person that she had been seeing before. Old person. Yeah. So this is somebody that she had been seeing before.
Okay.
And we had done reading. I think we had done a reading on S before as well.
Okay. So I'm getting like, how can I word it? I'm getting like a 50-50 energy from her. Like 50% of S wants, or still has some sort of feelings there for UK. I'm not getting like full blown, but I'm getting 50%. Like there's still something there.
I just want to say raw thoughts. Like that's hard energy. And the reason I'm saying that is it's just like that's mind reading, you know, and I can't really read people's minds, but at the same time, you know, it's it, yeah, like we can look at the energy of what she's feeling, but you know,
Okay. I'm also going to shuffle from my love deck as well. So, okay, so let me ask some other questions. So, like I said, I do get that S still has some sort of feelings there for you. I do get that S can be a potential for a relationship if that's something that you're wanting to, if that's something you're wanting to have with S. Again, I work with her. She's a Libra. You have to, okay. Okay. So yeah, I do get some, you know, potential for, you know, for
hello.
fear. I was like, what just happened?
I don't know. It was so weird. It was like, boop.
So I do get there could be a potential for relationship again if that's something that you're wanting to pursue with S. You know, if you were to pursue something with S again, I get that it would be a short term though. I'm not really getting long term with S. It just kind of feel, and this just came to my mind. Sorry, so I have to dish out what comes up. So it feels as if um you're taking step backwards instead of moving forward. Sorry, Kate. Just whatever spirit, you know, brings to me, I have to say it. So it's you're continuing to go backwards when you should be moving forward. And, you know, I don't get much for, you know, because this is more really potentially a, you know, a love reading. And I don't, the messages that I'm going to tell you right now has nothing to do with relationship. Nothing. Like as I'm pulling cards, and then I usually do 3, but I felt that the 4th one was important. And none of them has to do with relationships. So I, you know, to me that's like another confirmation that spirit is telling you, you know, stop going backwards, move forward. Okay.
She says, but I'm wondering how she feels with me still around her and interacting.
Yeah, and you said semi, which is perfect because I get 50-50 from S. There's a 50% energy that she has this chemistry for you, definitely. You know, and like I said, I don't get that full. Did I just zoom in? I look closer on camera.
You did, yeah. Like it looks like it zoomed in for some reason. I'm not sure why. It was. I was like, oh, okay.
So I just, you know, I do get that from her. She's semi, you're right. That 50% feelings are still there. And like I said, it's potential. If you want to pursue it, you can. It's going to be a short period though. I don't really get nothing long. And then like I said, I got that, you know, that message that you should be moving forward versus continuously visiting old relationships.
Yeah.
So the messages that I'm getting for you today before I pass it on to Kathy, like I said, it has nothing to do with relationship, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So I don't know if there's any recent changes in your in finances or maybe in your career, if there's some sort of leveling up of some sort. I'm just getting abundance and success for you. Either you're there or you receive something new or it's coming. So that is something that I'm getting for you right now. So that's the message that I got. And I'm sorry, Kay, I know it has nothing to do with what you're asking, but you know that as far as S goes, that's what I got to you, for you. She says I was told a new job is coming in the spring. So This is confirmation, girl, that that is coming for you, and it's going to be successful and abundant. So that's good to hear. And that's what I'm getting for Kay at this time. Thank you, Kay.
So one of the things that I actually, one of the things that I actually heard, it was very similar to what Mimi had picked up, but I had felt like because you had backed off, it did allow the energy to open and come closer. Okay, that's really what I felt like. It's you seem to have kind of started more self-focusing, letting it go, changing your energy a bit. And what that did is it opened up the energies and allowed her to approach you, or maybe perhaps create a, a better working relationship. At least what I feel with her, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, Kay. I don't feel, if there is anything that happens, it would be very quick, it would be very short. I would actually just personally not engage in that, because it's the same thing. She is married, and I feel like that's probably not the best route to go. But what I'm really getting here is I feel like there is that chemistry between the two of you, for sure. I feel like there is that, I want to say, like, sexual excitement. It feels like when you do interact with her, that she feels I'm just tapping in. Hang on. I feel it really makes her happy. Like, it does give her a sense of excitement, but again, it's more or less like that energy. I feel like when she walks away from you, she's kind of like little bouncy, like it makes her feel good with that interaction. I feel like, she might even fantasize about the two of you at times, but I'm really getting this to be more of a possible friendship, maybe. I do feel that she does really like you. I do find that she when she sees you, that she is very attracted to her. Attracted to you. I do feel that she has a little bit of tendency to explore a feminine encounter, I guess is the best way to say it. But she's not willing to, like, drop her life for that, or to engage in a long-term relationship in that way. I don't feel like that's her energy. I feel like, again, when she walks, like when you guys leave a conversation, it's that energy where when you've just had a really great interaction with somebody and it's made you smile, it makes you warm inside, it makes you happy inside, you might even think about them throughout the day. That's the energy that I do get from her. But ultimately, she also knows that there's a boundary that has to be, that comes in. And so that's really what I'm getting, from all of that. I don't know if you have anything to add to that at all, but it does feel like, I mean, I feel she really likes you. She does. She really likes you, not only as a person, but just as, again, there's that sexual chemistry that comes through. You told me she will feel really. The only reason I do feel that she would feel relieved, I don't know if I don't remember telling that, but maybe I did. The only feeling is that because it removes the
temptation.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. So I'm also getting a little bit of element here that her husband may also know for some reason, or he has a hint that, you know, there is that chemistry between the two of you. I don't know why that just came in, but I actually literally just heard that in my head. So I don't know if she's brought you up to her husband, or if she's mentioned you to her husband, or, you know, if he's met you and he's noticed the energy there. But the only reason I would feel that, well, what does he think? He doesn't really think anything, to be honest. I mean, he knows his wife, you know what I mean? And again, if there was, you know, some tryst or something like that, yeah, you know, men are usually pretty good about stuff like that, you know. But he knows she's not going anywhere. You know, it might be a little bit of a turn on for him, but that's about it. Like, that's literally the thought process there. That's pretty much where he's thinking. So I hope that has helped. We're going to go to Chantel, and Chantel is asking about her business. So she did just open the body sculpting business.
Awesome.
And
I can't find her question.
I think she's asking about that.
Did she put her question? No.
I don't believe so. I think she's just asking about the body sculpting, or about the business, like how it's going to go. I don't think there was an actual question there.
What was her name? Chantel.
Yeah.
Oh, can she expect clients this month, or a general reading is fine?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I get a strong yes in regards to you expecting clients this month. Yeah, you're gonna get clients, definitely. And I think last time I did a reading, I did say that it would be successful. So no need to worry. And I did say that. Okay, I did. Okay. Is it gonna be successful? Definitely gonna be successful. You are gonna get clients this month, and it's gonna continue growing entering 2023. So this business, this path that you're on, is the path that you should be on. And I'm just getting good energy overall with this whole you and the business and everything. I also get something else. I don't know, Chantel, are you with someone, or are you in a relationship, or?
She is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, because I don't know if there's anything going on, but I just feel like you and the person that you're with is going to become a little closer, is what I'm getting. So I just don't know, I just get good energy with Chantel. Yeah. I just get leveling up for you. Leveling up, girl. Good energy. Catherine, Chantel, that's all I can say for right now. Just good, great energy, and moving forward and moving up is what I'm getting for you overall.
Yeah. Chantel, I just wanted to ask you really fast before we move forward. I'm not going to ask the the question in public, but did you get everything with your house figured out? Like, did that go well? And also, I like that. She says, you are good. Good job. Yeah. So the energy that is coming through with the business, you know, it's interesting. I cannot get past the complete prosperity, you know, with the energy. Yeah, I think it was the closer, or I'm not sure. it was, sorry guys, I'm just reading the comments. Yeah. But the energy that just keeps coming. Oh my God, literally. I'm pulling the sun. Okay, just a second. Sorry. She says, thanks, maybe. And yeah, Kath, I don't. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just a little confused.
It's a little delay. That's all. She said yes. What was the last thing you asked her? Something about the house. She said yes.
Okay. Yeah. If everything with the house went okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So the first thing I'm pulling up in regards to your business is the sun. I'm actually getting the Ace of Wands coming through. I'm getting that this business, like I kept saying, it's just going to prosper. I do feel you're going to get clients this month. I feel like the advertising is really coming through, or like continue doing the advertising, use the free advertising that you can, through TikTok, use it through Instagram. I wouldn't pay a fortune at this point, because I don't think you really need to. But I do feel like the before and after pictures, if you can get some, along the way. What I keep feeling is like, I keep getting around the middle of the month is where things really pick up for you. It feels like people are going to want, it feels like, especially the new year coming through, it feels like people are going to, this is what they want. This is where they want to go. I just keep seeing complete success with you. I'm just looking and seeing if any more so the question I was asking you, Chantel, is when we had spoken last with a private reading, I wanted to know how it went with your house, if you had any updates. December clients. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like December clients are coming through. I hate the delay because I'm like, wait a minute, what is she asking me?
In terms of advertising, she says she's using TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook.
Okay, perfect. Those are really going to start helping bring the prosperity through. That's really what I keep feeling here, Chantel, is it just feels like things are, now that you're open, I don't know if I have much else to say, to be honest, because I think not only Naomi, really clarified it, but I've just been feeling such good and positive things ever since we knew about you opening the business. And I think it's beautiful. I think this is where I keep hearing and feeling, this is where you're supposed to be. This is where you're supposed to be. I do feel, going back, I know you never really asked this, but I know it was one of your questions at one point. I do feel you being able to leave your job going into February, maybe even perhaps a little bit into March. But I feel like this is where you're going to be able to leave, your other job as well. This is actually going to start taking off fairly quickly, is what I keep feeling. And you should be in a really good, positive place. So I hope that helps, Chantel. Thank you so much. All right. Moving on to Heather. So Heather is wondering about Zach, and she would like to know what Zach's energy is towards her at this moment. She is wondering, her and Zach, she was the one that had asked about Thanksgiving. So she did send him a message. He did respond. They haven't really talked in the last week, but yeah. And we told her it was really her choice if she wanted to message him for Thanksgiving or not.
I remember.
Yeah. If you are watching the show and you would like a reading, by all means, you can have a reading. All you have to do is read the instructions going across the screen. There is a $10 donation, and you can donate to crogers5555@gmail.com, either through PayPal or through e-transfer. Remember that it is 4 5s. So thanks so much. And you're so welcome, Chantal.
So I do get good energy when it comes to Zach. He does want to continue, or have something romantic with Heather. I'm not getting anything negative right now. Let me see. Okay. Sorry, I just like when the perfect or the messages that come through have, exactly to the situation that they're asking about. So the first card I got is recovery. And you just updated us that things are getting better. So you're still in that recovery, in that recovery space right now, in that recovery
They're on a
level.
break right now. Not sure if that helps. Yeah. They're sort of, yeah, they've been on a break for about a month now, but she did contact him at Thanksgiving. So yeah.
So okay, so yeah, there that you're gonna recover, the relationship with him. I do get compromise. There's gonna be some sort of
I had told her, it was so funny. I had literally told her this the other day. So that's awesome that you're saying that. That's why I'm laughing.
yeah, I get compromise. And then the last thing I'm getting is romance. So I just feel like, the rough patch is there, but it's you're gonna get over that rough patch, over that hump, between you and Zach. So, and she said, "Laugh out loud." Kathy did say that. So yeah, that's what I'm getting between you and Zach. I do get that he does want something, between you and him. Let me see. Okay, so then I shuffled from my love deck, and I'm getting make the effort. I'm gonna make the effort. Just take the steps, even if it's baby steps, right now, and to further down the line have something actually take place between the two of you where you guys become closer. And again, yeah, just compromise is what I'm getting. So I hope that's helped. It's helped, and it confirms something that Kathy said. So I think that's cute.
So the card, I actually really like the cards that I pulled because they do match the energy of what we had talked about. But again, that compromise keeps coming through. But I feel like this is the energy right now. It is talking about the Two of Wands, which is sort of that energy of making a choice. And I feel like this is where he's in that energy of right now. When we talk about making a choice, I still don't feel like this is, oh, would it be Heather or not Heather? You know what I mean? He's not making a choice about people or anything like that. It's like, I feel like his movement forward is going to be more committed when he makes it. And this is why I feel like he's in this energy of, is that what I want? Do I want to be in a more committed relationship? I want the relationship with Heather, but he also feels and knows within himself like this is going to be commitment, right? And so he's looking at the broad span of his life and the things that he thought that he wanted within that relationship or within a relationship moving forward. And now he's in this place of, there are things that I'm going to have to compromise on. There are things that I'm going to have to compromise on. The world does not revolve around me. And this is, I feel like, the hard part, for him, is like that realization. And it's funny because I actually got the Five of Swords, which is, the world doesn't revolve around me. What I mean? But somebody trying to make the world revolve around them, and it's like, I have, a lot of people will get into this stuck energy of, well, I imagined that, I was going to have 3 kids and, 2.4 dogs or whatever the hell. And and then they have 4 kids or they have 1 kid, or something happens where maybe they can't have natural kids, like we get this idea in our head of where we're going to go or what we're going to do. And I feel like that's where he's a little stuck on, because he had his own ideas about intimacy, relationships, commitment, all of this stuff. And I feel like he's been thrown for a loop. And at the same degree, nothing there is major. It's just, it's like, I really care about this woman. That's what I keep getting. I'm also getting the Chariot coming through. So moving forward, forward movement, balanced energy. But I'm also getting the Two of Cups. So beautiful, beautiful energy. And the Two of Cups came, as that last card, kind of like that confirmation. And I really do feel like this is, right now is a really good time to, as I told you, before, just be in that place of your own energy, really be in that place of developing your own routine. And, this is one of the things that a lot of people tend to neglect, is that when we get into this relationship, and I'm just saying this as a broad spectrum, and Heather and I have already talked about this, but when people get into relationships, they tend to forget their own passions. We forget about our hobbies. We forget about our passions. We tend to vibe or go into the flow of another person, or maybe perhaps, like, we hear so many times from people, oh, I lost a lot of friends when we had this relationship. Well, you shouldn't be losing any friends. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that shouldn't happen, right? Especially if they're good friends. I mean, there's going to be some people that probably drop away or something like that. But if you're so involved in a relationship that you no longer have your own friends, your own hobbies, your own, sense of self, that's not really a relationship. That's not a healthy relationship. A healthy relationship is 2 individuals that are able to grow individually and become one. But through that process, the growth of each individual never stops. And so when we, tend to release that and we start just focusing on, oh, am I going to see them today? Am I going to talk to them today? Am I going to do this? And then we tend to forget about our own loves and desires and hobbies and the things that make us, whole on the inside. And that's where I feel that this break is coming through, because there are things that Spirit wants you to expand on. But at the same degree, I do feel like once you take that step away from that focus, you're going to see him coming through, and coming through quite strong. Okay. So I hope that helped. Hope that gave you some clarity. And our last one of the day is going to be for Dana.
Okay.
And Dana is so update. She said, Matt spent Thanksgiving with my family, and I see and things have been amazing. That's awesome. My lease is up in Denver in May. Not sure if I should resign or not. I'm just curious to see where Matt is. And you're so welcome, Heather. I'm so glad it helped. I love the fact that we were completely on the same page with that compromise, though. That keeps coming in.
Yeah. I can't remember with Dana. Is it that she's wanting to see if Matt wants to move in with her?
I'm kind of thinking about that. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking it is. I feel like there needs to be some more time, a little bit here, but go ahead and you tell me what you get.
I mean, I'm not getting, I do get that she should resign the lease, but I'm just focusing on Dana right now, not so much resigning because of Matt or anything. I do get that you should resign. I'm not getting that you should renew your lease. Yeah. So yeah, our question is this in regards to you're wanting Matt to move with you, you guys moving in together? That's what we're trying to figure out.
You know, the worst thing about doing lives are all the damn trolls that keep coming on your stream.
Just for him to stay in Denver if he doesn't plan to come here. Yeah. Give me a second. Let me ask that before I tell you the messages that I'm getting right now. I do get that you guys are gonna move in together, Dana. It doesn't feel like it's gonna be in the place where you're at right now, which is why it's telling me that you should resign and not renew. Like you should be in a new space. Whether it's with him or not, I'm just, like putting Matt on the side really quick. I'm getting that you should just be in a new place right now. So don't renew the lease is what I'm getting. Matt does want to move in with you. That's a little off for me. Should you stay in the same city? Okay, is there a reason why you wouldn't want to move where he's at? So you guys are in the same place, but just totally different towns, like different city.
I'm literally looking into possibility moving out of state. I don't like it here at all, but he loves it. Oh, he's in Illinois. So so basically, I guess what we're asking, he's in Illinois, but he wants to go to Colorado? That's what I'm confused. Is that what you're asking, Dana? I'm sorry, I'm just a little confused.
She says it is a good place. So, I mean, I really do get that Matt does want to move in with you. Okay. I just keep getting somewhere else, Dana. I just keep getting somewhere else. When I get, will Matt and Dana move in together? Yes, they're going to move in together. When I'm asking Colorado, it's just the issue is that I don't want to keep staying if he's not coming here, if that makes sense. Yeah. It doesn't feel like you're going to have to stay there. It's just feeling like you guys are going to move together, but you're going to be in a different city or a different state. Every time I ask about Colorado, it's just no. It's like very off. Chicago is where we are from. It's not a safe place for Dana is the issue, so she doesn't want to move there. Will Dana and Matt move to Chicago? Will Dana and Matt move to Chicago? Yeah, Chicago's out, so don't even worry about Chicago. I'm not getting Chicago. It just feels as if either this has crossed his mind, or it's just something that's going to take place. It just feels like you're going to be going to him versus him going to Colorado. I'm not picking up Colorado right now. She's thinking of Florida is what she's eyeballing right now. Okay. I'm getting a green light for Florida. Yeah, Colorado, I just want to confirm Colorado is a straight no. I do get a yes for Florida. Um, Illinois is a possibility. Illinois is a possibility, and Florida's a little more. I'm getting more for Florida, is what I'm getting. You guys moving in together is for sure. I'm just not picking up it's going to be Colorado. I'm just trying to see if he would move there is the issue. Okay, so getting him to move where you want to go is the issue. Will Matt give in to where Dana wants to move? Yeah. I do get that you guys are going to come to an agreement. He's going to kind of give in to where you're wanting to move. Okay? But don't even worry about Chicago because I'm getting a no for Chicago as well. So don't even worry about that. It's, you know, you guys are going to come to an agreement and he's going to pull towards where you want to go. But Chicago's out of the question for sure. And I'm not getting Colorado either. Okay. I do get that you're probably going to have to be a little assertive. And, you know, and you're going to have to communicate very clearly. Like, tell him exactly how you feel. And, you know, when it comes to that decision, you know, and it's actually very good to do because that way you guys have a mutual understanding as to why certain places are not ideal for you. And she says she has been assertive. Okay, so and I'm also getting that you don't have to worry about it so much. I do get you guys will move in together, but in regards to him moving where you want to move, you don't have to worry about it. I do get positive, you know, remain positive. So stay in that positive mindset because he's going to lean towards wherever you want to go. You guys are going to compromise and come together, and you're going to end up moving somewhere where the both of you will be happy in. So continue being a little assertive. You don't gotta be nasty, but continue to be a little like put that foot down, put your heel down a little bit, and yeah, just make sure you guys have that heart to heart conversation where you guys have a mutual agreement, mutual understanding. So that is what that's what I'm getting for
Dana
you.
doesn't have one thing. Dana is definitely not a passive person, which is awesome. Right, Dana? She speaks her mind for sure. And that I think most of my female friends actually do, which is really cool. You know what I mean? Maybe that's probably why they're my friends, like you. Speak your mind. Okay, so actually, what I did get, so I got a couple of things here. I was writing stuff down as she's like, not at all. Yeah. um, the main thing that kept coming through, okay, and this actually kept repeating, is that he just wants to be with you. That was the main thing that really just, it was like the energy was almost vibrating off of the screen here. It was like he just wants to be with you. So I feel like, you know, he wants to start a life was the other thing that I actually got. Now, when you were talking about places, I did at first think maybe it was Colorado, but it didn't make any sense to me because I kept seeing like a lot of green and warm. And while I know Colorado is very similar to Edmonton weather where I am, where you guys have the snow and it sucks for a good portion of the year. And then you've got like when it's hot, but when it's cold, it's cold. But it feels like what I kept feeling like this warmness that kept coming through. And so when you said Florida, I was like, oh, well, that makes a whole hell of a lot of sense, right? However, what I am also getting is that there is a possibility. I do not feel that you renewing your lease there, or it kind of feels like I kind of keep getting this feeling like he might come to you first, though, even if you guys share your apartment and then you guys decide where to go from there. That's what I kept feeling, because it just feels like he wants to start a life with you. I'll tell you why I'm insecure. It's his mom. She's terrified of leaving here. So his mom is in Colorado. Is that right, Dana? He's terrified. Oh, it's his mom. He's terrified of leaving here. I'm not sure about that. I feel like wherever it is that Dana wanted to go, Matt would follow. It's like little Bo Peep.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you have a large reason to be insecure in regards to, oh, she's in Chicago. You're not going to Chicago. That's what I do get. Yeah, you know what though? I don't know a whole lot of American distance, but I don't think it's that, like Chicago, Illinois. How far is Illinois from Florida? Like it doesn't feel. Is
I
that a
don't
long
know.
way away?
It's far.
Yeah.
I don't know how far, but I know it's far.
Because I just don't feel like
And I'm actually gonna give her advice when you finish in regards
yeah,
to moving to
2 hour
Florida.
plane ride. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like even though I feel he would be okay with leaving. I really get that there's a lot of temptation of some sort in Chicago. I'm also really getting something about the mother coming through, to be perfectly honest. I kind of feel that even though she's happy that he's going to remain sober, I get a little bit of energy of some sort of enabling him, which is weird. And maybe you can clarify that for me, because it does feel like an enabling energy of some sort that's coming from her towards him. I think the mom would be perfectly fine. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
said, it's 2 hour plane ride. I think she'd be fine. But
Yes, I do get a yes in regards to the enabling.
like, yeah, there's just some sort of enabling energy, and I feel like that's not something that he can be around. Um, for very long. Hey, Zandra, thank you so much. You're awesome. I love Zandra. She's so cute. I like her. She does these lives, sometimes on a group that we're in, and I love watching her. She's so awesome. So thank you for watching us. But yeah, Dana, I hope that makes sense to you about the enabling. I don't feel that he feels secure being around in Chicago, or being around, that energy. So that's what I keep getting. And I do feel that he wants, it's time now for him to start his life. I'm also really getting this energy here that he knows exactly how bloody patient you have been with him through all of the crap that you have gone through with this man. He wants to reward you. Yeah, too much distraction with drinking. I feel that is from, the mom side type of energy, but or maybe this could be friends, or whatever it is. But I don't feel that he feels like he can remain in the sober place that he wants to be, in the power that he wants to be in, like within himself, right? So yeah, I hope that gave some sort of clarity.
So what I was gonna tell you was that from experience, from several people, not just one, it's never good to go back to the area that you're comfortable in, or the area where you have connections. You know what I mean by connections?
Yeah.
So you don't, you because you're just putting yourself in that same element again, and if you're bettering yourself, you don't want to be in that place of when you were here, when you're now up here. Do you see what I'm saying? And also, sometimes family members do end up enabling. They think that they're helping them, and they're not. like they feel bad for them. Oh, so here's $5 because I feel bad for you and I don't want you to suffer. But then you just gave him $5 and now he's going to take that and do something bad with it. Do you see what I'm saying? And I've seen this time and time again. I have a cousin, I have my husband's a family member of my husband's. I had a friend, so I've seen it time and time again. And when it comes to Florida, if you do want to move to Florida, I don't think you should go to South Florida. I can do a reading on it and confirm with spirit. But I'm telling you myself, South Florida per se, like Miami area, Fort Lauderdale area, West Palm Beach area, would not be a good place for you guys to go to if you're wanting to move forward and leveling up in life. Overall, it is not. I just moved out of there. I'm in northern central Florida right now. And Tampa is a nice place. It's a good place. I actually have family members that live around there too. Tampa is a nice place. So if you're going out west, that's good too. That's okay. So Tampa would be an okay place to go to. Just make sure that you look into the area. So yeah, so that's something that I wanted to tell you. That's my advice to you. Just give me a second. So Tampa, I'm getting a yes for Tampa if that's something that if that's a place that you would like to go to. Yeah, Tampa's okay. And I know myself because I have family members there too. So that is my advice to you from experience and from spirit. So
yeah, I feel like wherever you guys choose, and again, I just keep coming in a little bit that there is that possibility that he might, you're there till May in Colorado. Like there's that possibility, like either you guys somehow stay together until, you decide to move or something along that line. Like it might even be that you stay there in, Colorado together, until the lease is up or it's time to. I just keep getting like he feels very safe and secure around you. Not that you're a crutch. Okay, I don't want to say that you're a crutch to him in any way. The energy that's coming through is like this is somebody that when I'm struggling, I can go to. When I'm happy, I want to share this with. This is actually, his thoughts and feelings are very much life partner. And it is what keeps coming through. I also wonder if it's a different area of Colorado. Oh, it could be.
It just feels like it's something that might be discussed, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna take place.
Yeah.
In Colorado.
I just keep feeling warm. Like I literally feel warm inside. So I'm not sure, whether it is Florida or another area, but it does feel very warm, I guess is the best way to say it. Like, or a warmer place. So, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. Dana, I truly hope that has helped. Remember, guys, if you are not subscribed, please make sure that you click that. Click the subscribe button. I like that. And join us next Wednesday. We'll be here at our normal time. I guess we're sort of changing the time by an hour. We're going back an hour. So it will be 5 o'clock Mountain Time, 7 o'clock Eastern. And if you would like to contact Naomi for a reading, you can contact her at Mimi Solistics on TikTok and on Etsy. Her TikTok does lead to her Etsy link, I guess is the best way to say it. Hey, is that right? Yeah. If you want to contact me, you can contact me at Oracle Intuitions if you'd like a personal reading. Thanks so much again. Take care, everyone. Have an amazing weekend, and we'll see you later.